Hi, welcome to Digital Marketing Answered. I'm Vanessa and this is Hope, and today we will be talking about Threads. So Hope, what is Threads?
So Threads is a new social media platform that's been operated by Meta. It's closely integrated with Instagram and it's had quite a big take up in the first couple of months. I think on the first day it had over 30 million signups.
Oh wow.
And on just after 5 days it had 100 million. So it's been taken up quite a lot. It's essentially a Instagram text-based conversational app. So fairly similar elements to Twitter, but Instagram's version.
Okay, so you said it's similar to Twitter, but what are the key differences between Threads and the other social media platforms?
So obviously Threads is part of Meta, so therefore it's very similar, integrated with Instagram. You have to have an Instagram account to be able to set up a Threads account. So that's the key difference. You can still post images, videos, things like that, but it is a very conversational app. So it's the brands that have seen the most success have been quite conversational. You can post up to 500 characters, whereas other apps like Twitter is at a maximum of 240 characters. So there is a lot more scope for a bigger conversation. They don't use hashtags at the moment, as similarly to other platforms that do focus on hashtags. And it's at the moment, it's a no ads experience. So it's not really used as a promotional space. It's typically a conversation. So it's quite interesting that they haven't monetized it at the moment.
Yeah, that's really interesting. So would you suggest that businesses should jump on Threads?
Yeah, I think so. I think there's nothing really to lose, particularly if the brand already has an existing Instagram account, because like I said, you do have to have an Instagram account to be able to set up Threads. So there isn't really anything to lose. It's also sometimes quite beneficial to jump on a new platform when they do come out, because algorithms can have a tendency to favour people that jump on it quite quickly. So it might be in your favour to sort of set up an account relatively quickly after it's been launched, because you might sort of get to the top of the algorithm. It's hard to say with Threads, where it will be in a certain amount of time, because it's still very new. But I think as long as you're sort of experimenting with different posts and just use it as a trial to see what works for your brand, there's no harm in setting it up.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. And what do you think businesses should consider before joining Threads?
I think make sure that it makes sense for your brand. I think don't sign up to it if it's got no relevance, your audience isn't on there, and there's not potential audience for you on there. I think it's got to make sense with your existing digital strategy. And if it does, then yeah, absolutely go for it. But maybe do a bit of research before, just to see what your competitors are doing or what other brands are doing, and make sure that you kind of find your voice on Threads. It's kind of like any other social media app. It's best to have your voice that aligns with your brand rather than just posting for the sake of it. So definitely don't post for the sake of it. Make it strategic.
You mentioned earlier that Threads is an ad-free experience. So what should businesses be aware of when planning their strategy on Threads?
So I think at the moment, obviously, yeah, like you say, it's an ad-free experience. They don't plan on monetizing Threads for a while until it probably sees more success. So I think at the moment, lots of brands are taking the opportunity to use it as more of a conversational platform, a way to kind of reach new audiences, bring up new conversations, get the audiences involved, and not so much down the promotional route. So I think when you're planning this in, just try and make sure that you're not, hammering promotions at people all the time. At the moment, it really isn't like that, and I think your brands that have seen the most success have been more conversational and less promotional.
No, that was great. Thanks, Hope. That was really interesting, and I think we learned a lot about Threads. And thank you everyone for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe, and comment below if you have any questions, and also hit that notification bell if you want to stay up to date with our next video. So thanks for watching.